Hello, and welcome to Child Abuse Awareness. Darlene J. Clark. We will be discussing Fairmont State Professor from West Virginia is charged with sexually abusing a 4-year-old. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please hit the bell button to be able to receive notifications. Again, Child Abuse Awareness. Okay? So, how I always like to start it out, I like to start off with a Bible verse. Matthew 18, verse 6. But whoso shall kill one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Excuse me. I also like to this verse as well. Matthew 18, verse 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I want to thank everyone is coming here, everybody who will watch this. You have my permission to pass this on. We need to advocate for others. We need to stand up. We do not need to remain silent. Child abuse, and there's more and more cases of sexual abuse going on. And that last video I showed, it was about a teacher and one of her students. And then there was another case that I had a fix with it with the Doe versus that same county where another teacher had messed with another sexually disabled, I mean, a disabled child. But the first one, it was very different because the teacher is still teaching in West Virginia. So please go and share that because it gives her name out there as well. And it gives, she's got 3 different names that she went by and goes by, and it also says what name she's going by today for teaching. And it is lady, she got away with it, and I don't need to be calling her lady because nobody who abuses a child is ladylike at any type or expression of the term. Nothing ladylike about this person. That's common sense, that's common knowledge. It's not just my forte. You do not abuse children. This one is about, like I said, the Fairmont State Professor charged with sexually abusing a 4-year-old child. So, without further ado, first I'm going to take out my voice because I want to be able, I need to let y'all know that for a few minutes while I change that setting, you will not be able to hear me once I change it. So I'm giving you heads up about that. Okay? Without further ado,
July, maybe ice cream. Ways to stay cool are important factors. The Foster's Marketing Group is taking ice and staying cool to a new level. Foster's Marketing Group is bringing a synthetic ice skating rink to the community. And
So that was not actually showing what it should have been showing. All right. So the Fairmont State Professor charged with sexually abusing a 4-year-old. And this was posted and updated July 12, 2023. And then it was, yeah, there at 7:46 too. And then it was updated again up there. It says 7:49. So updated 3 different times. I mean, 3 different times it was checked. Fairmont, West Virginia, 12 News has received a statement from the Fairmont State University regarding the recent arrest of Department of Humanities Chair John O'Connor. A spokesperson for Fairmont State University says Fairmont State University today learned of the arrest of a current faculty member. The alleged offenses are serious, and due to their gravity, it is important for us to learn more about the still emerging details before commenting further so that we can appropriately discuss address the situation. We intend to cooperate fully with law enforcement and help them in any way we can. All right. The original was the 12th at 6:07. Fairmont, West Virginia, a department chair at Fairmont State University has been arrested after state troopers say he sexually abused a 4-year-old child multiple times. There is the culprit right there, John O'Connor. He was 70 years old. According to a release from the West Virginia State Police, John O'Connor, 70, a senior professor at Communication Arts and the chair of the Department of Humanities at Fairmont State University, was arrested on Wednesday after troopers said that he admitted to 14 counts of first degree sexual abuse, intrusion, and 14 counts of sexual abuse by a parent, guardian, or person of trust in regard to a 4-year-old child. State police also said that O'Connor admitted to using his digital devices, including a cell phone, which was a Samsung iPad, and work computer to research. I'm going to highlight each one right here. Preteen porn, young porn, and kiddie porn. He needs to be under the jail. Fake smile right there. I guess that was before you ever got charges. I bet you no longer have that smile on your face. Uh, O'Connor was arrested after troopers were called in guard to a sexual abuse incident that reportedly took place on Sunday, July the 9th in the Fairmont area. Oh, it actually took place then. Took place. This was a recent thing. This wasn't something which goes back to where, because there's a new statute of limitations out there about sexual abuse where you can go back and bring charges against somebody in the past. You get sometimes some of the states got that now. This is actually took place Sunday, July the 9th. him doing this to a 4-year-old child, right? Sicko. You sick. Thank you, state troopers, for catching this culprit. On Tuesday, July the 11th, troopers requested that O'Connor come to the West Virginia State Police Fairmont Detachment to make a statement where troopers said that he confessed to the charges. He knew better. He knew that he was going to be busted no matter what. O'Connor is currently being held at the North Central Regional Jail on $1 million bond. 12 News has reached out to Fairmont State University for comment, but is yet to receive a reply. There's this picture when he was Chair Department of Humanities, Professor Senior Level, Communication Arts. That's where it's located. But since then, this FSU president addresses allegations against professor involvement of the work computer. Okay? So they are actually commenting. And this was what? July the 20th. Of course, they have to go back and they have to make sure of everything before they do speak out. Fairmont State University President Mike Davis Wednesday addressed the arrest of a professor at the university on dozens of counts related to sexual abuse of a 4-year-old. 12 News attended the president's open mic chat and spoke with Davis about the allegations against 70-year-old John O'Connor, a communications professor who also served as chair of the Department of Humanities. O'Connor was charged last week with 7 counts of sexual intercourse, 7 counts of sexual intrusion, and 14 counts of sexual abuse by a parent or guardian or person of trust. When his arrest was announced, the West Virginia State Police said that O'Connor used his work computer in addition to his cell phone and tablet to research preteen porn, young porn, and kiddie porn. Here's what a statement that Davis said. So it wasn't on our campus, and we already have measures in place to make sure on campus our technology can't be used for illegal activities. And besides that, we'll cooperate fully with authorities. But it wasn't on our campus, and we've been cooperating with authorities, Davis said. As of Thursday morning, FSU's faculty and staff page still listed John O'Connor as a senior level professor of communications, but he was no longer listed as Department of Humanities chair. There the bozo is again. Wait a minute, bozo's probably even better than his butt. All right, so that's where that goes. Said that. All right. See if it's got. No, don't have a video there. Okay. So this further states about how the Fairmont State University president Mike Davis hosts open mic chats. Fairmont State University's new president is sitting down with the Fairmont community to listen to what they have to say. Fairmont State University's new presidential hire, Mike Davis, said that he started his open mic chats in a way to communicate openly with his campus and the wider community about things that excite or interest them. Instead of a listening tour, Davis said that his goal is to host these chats for as long as he is president at the university and that he plans to hold them at various locations around campus and Fairmont. He hopes that open communication he will be able to attend more events around campus. He states, "My hope is that people show up, tell me about things they're excited about and the things they want me to know about. I find a lot of times people say, well, how come you didn't come to this event or how come you didn't talk about this program? And most of the time it's because I didn't know about it. So I think it's really important to give people a chance to show up and tell me what they care about." Davis will be holding his open mic chats weekly on the campus at Fairmont State and monthly around the Fairmont community. Dates and locations of the chats will be posted on Fairmont University's Facebook page. All right, for him to discuss a little bit about him having the open mic, I need to change the setting for y'all. I don't mind sharing how we go about doing that. Yeah, you are quite welcome. I do not mind sharing how I do this, and I use StreamYard, and I go to settings, and I have to go audio here, and I go right here. You will not be able to hear me once I change this setting, okay, so that you can hear that video.
Mike Davis, Fairmont State University's new president, is sitting down with the Fairmont community, listening to what they have to say. Davis started open mic chats as a way to communicate openly with his campus and wider community about things that excite or interest them. Instead of a listening tour, Davis's goal is to host his open mic chats for as long as he's the president there, and he will be holding these chats at various locations around the campus and the city of Fairmont. He hopes that with open communication, he will be able to attend more events around campus.
What I hope is that people show up to tell me about the things they're excited about and the things they want me to know about. I find a lot of times people say, well, how come you didn't come to this event? Or how come you didn't talk about this program? Most of the time it's because I didn't know about it. So I think it's really important to give people a chance to show up and tell me what they care about.
Davis will be holding his open mic chats weekly on campus and monthly around the Fairmont community. Dates and locations of these chats will be posted on Fairmont University's Facebook pages.
And now I got the settings set back where y'all can hear me. Hello, Gucci. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. You're welcome for covering. I appreciate you showing up. God bless you. I got another story that I will be sharing at a little bit later a little after 3. A teacher convicted of molesting teen kept top 10 list of attracted students. How sick is that, y'all? A teacher that molested teen had top 10 list of attracted students. We'll go over what had transpired with that. We'll go over that in a few minutes. Well, after 3 o'clock sometime. And look for it. I hope you come back. God bless you. And please, I do not mind if anybody gets the word out. If they share it, I really do appreciate it. Because the more we advocate and get it out there, the better it would be. Yes, you are right. It is very sick and sadistic. Thank you so much, and God bless y'all.